On September 14th of every year, we celebrate the feast of the Exaltation of the precious and life-giving cross. The cross was a symbol of contradiction, but that it became most recognized religious symbol in the world, a symbol of God's love, forgiveness, and redemption. In the ancient Roman world, it was a symbol of degradation, suffering, and death. Death by crucifixion was so brutal, and it was reserved only for conquered peoples and slaves. Now, the cross is the greatest symbol of God's love and our salvation. The triumph of the cross is the triumph of Jesus Christ, whose love for us and obedience to His Father climaxed with His death on the cross. The cross is at the center of our lives every time we face sickness and death. The cross is at the center of our lives in frailty and old age. The cross is at the center of our lives every time we feel utterly alone and abandoned. The cross is at the center of our lives every time we are tempted to give in and give up. It is the center of our lives every time we are tempted to throw our hands up in despair. It keeps reminding us that only when we embrace the cross in the midst of suffering and abandonment can we understand the power of the resurrection. Only when we have the courage to keep on going can we, like Christ, become victorious. Only when we embrace the cross is it possible for God to raise us up and give us new life. The name Holy Cross was chosen by our founders to express their experience of sharing in the cross of Jesus Christ, and through the cross in the victory of Jesus. Like the seedlings in the ground, we believe that new life springs from dying and death. The mystery of death and resurrection testifies that out of death new life can grow. Thus, we have formulated in our motto, "In the cross is salvation."
In Christ alone my hope is found. He is my light, my strength, my song. This cornerstone, this solid ground, firm through the fiercest drought and storm. What heights of love, what depths of peace, when fears are stilled, when striving cease. My comforter, my all in all, here in the love of Christ I stand. In Christ alone, who took on flesh, fullness of God in helpless babe, this gift of love and righteousness, scorned by the ones He came to save, till